welcome back to our channel.
Yay, another one.
So today's video is going to be a Q&A. I posted on my Instagram, so you guys can go ahead and ask us questions that you wanted to know about us. And we got quite a few questions, and we're just gonna answer them and get right into the video. And I hope our questions, our answers answer your guys' questions.
So we, as Nayeli said, she went ahead and on her Instagram, she asked, she had asked her followers to ask us any questions that they wanted to know the answers to. And like I said, we're open to talking and saying everything as it is. So here we are, and we're gonna go ahead and start. We're not gonna say who asked them, but we're gonna read the question, and then we're each gonna answer our own answer.
Okay, so we did get a lot of challenges, a lot of requests for challenges, which we will be doing soon. So some of the challenges we got were the ice bucket challenge, the synonym challenge, the fluffy
Cinnamon.
The fluffy bunny, what is that one called?
The bubble gum? Is it the bubble gum?
No, the one with the marshmallows.
Fluffy bunny.
Or the chubby bunny challenge. There you go. And so yeah, our first question was, how did you react when you found out Nayeli was pregnant?
How did I react when I found out Nayeli was pregnant? If you guys go back to our second video, we talk about the whole story there, so go watch it. But I am gonna say how I reacted. I think I was speechless. I was surprised. It was like, with no challenge, a bucket of cold water with ice on me, and so that's how I reacted. It was just like a, mixed emotions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the second question is, what is something that you find hilarious of one another and annoying? LOL.
We got a visitor, guys. Sorry. Say hi, Leah.
Hi.
Okay, go watch TV, remember? Okay, you go first.
Okay, what is something that you find hilarious of one another and annoying? LOL. One thing I find hilarious of my mother-in-law is
Leah?
probably how she always goes along with with the kids, or if we're acting crazy, she always goes along with it. She doesn't sit there and be like, what the heck? No, she'll go along with it.
Yeah. For example, like if the kid, I think this is what she's trying to say, like if the kids are dancing, I'll get up and start dancing crazy with them. If the kids are making faces, I'll sit there and make faces with them, so.
Yeah, and how she used to chase her children around doing the ugly face. And one thing that I find annoying about her, and I think everyone will agree, everyone that knows her will agree with me on this one, she will ignore you for her phone while you're talking. I could be talking to her and she'll just be on her phone and she'll just be like, I'm listening. But it's like, I don't have the full attention, so I just get kind of annoyed and I just stop talking.
But I think that annoys all of my kids.
Yeah, it annoys everyone.
But it's because, like, it's work related, so I'm like, but anyhow. What do I find hilarious about her? I think the fact that she finds everything like, oh my gosh, like she'll like sometimes things are not like such like, oh my gosh, but to her they're, oh my gosh. So we always find that hilarious. I think my kids and my son and I are like, but I think it's cute and hilarious. One thing I find annoying is that she gets mad very easily. I don't get mad easily. Like, it takes so much for me to get mad, but she gets mad very easily. Or like you say, I'm gonna say it in the kids nowadays language. She gets butthurt right away for anything. So that's what's annoying to me. But yeah.
I guess it's just because I'm used to feeling disappointed. So so I just get butthurt at everything.
And we're talking about a mother-in-law that always tries to please them in everything possible, okay? Like, not only my kids, like them too, like my daughter-in-law, my son-in-laws, I always try to please them. So it's annoying when she gets mad when I say no.
So the next question, were you scared to meet her for the very first time?
I think that was for you.
Yeah, I think so too. I wasn't scared, I was more nervous because she seemed very, how would you say it?
Strict.
Very strict and very high. How would you explain that?
Hi.
Like not like high, not like that. No, like
Explain, please. I
Like-
think what she means is that my standards are always really high. So she would see me like, oh my gosh, this lady, you know, like she would see me like a peer. And I'm not. I'm so humble, and now she knows it, like, you know. But I think that's what she's trying to say, that it was the fact that I looked very strict and very, like, you know, very high. Intimidating. Everybody says that. I don't know why, but I'm not. I'm not even
She's
strict.
Well, you are kind of strict.
Well, I am strict. It just depends. Like you know, it just depends. Whoever knows me out there knows. Yeah, I am strict, but then I'm not.
2 kids later, and she still calls us when we're out past 10 to see where we're at.
Well, that's not because that I'm strict. I'm a mom and I worry, so I'm always like concerned and worried. For example, like we have ourselves our trackers, like we track ourselves and where we're at, but not to be nosy on where we're at, but because you never know, like, you know, you never know what can happen, especially how the world is out there nowadays. So yeah, when they're out and about and you know, it worries me. I just, not to be strict on them, just to check up on them. Hey, where are you guys at? When are you guys coming home? Don't be home so late. But I say don't be home so they're my kids. I'm always gonna say that.
Okay. Let's see.
Ooh, the turquoise.
Question for your suegra. What was your first impression of Nayeli?
What was my first impression?
True.
Well, I don't think my first impression was when you were pregnant, because I had already met you.
Yeah, we've met. So in our last video, we talked about her and I meeting once before she found out I was pregnant. But we actually met a couple times. We met.
So we met at the lake one time, which was the very first time. Well, what we mentioned in our last video. But after that, there was another occasion two other occasions that we had completely forgot about. But if we would have talked about it, it would have been a long video.
Yeah.
That I had seen her. But anyhow, going to when I met her the first time in the lake, what impression did I have of her? I don't think I give myself too much time to get an impression of her. We were at the lake, it was the whole family, and if anything, I just kind of thought she was sangrona, if that's what you want to say, because her and my son like stayed apart from all of us. Eventually they came around to the boat and got on the boat with us, but in the beginning they were out there because she didn't want to be close to us. So I was like, even my sisters at the time were like, you know, like, why doesn't she want to come around? But so I think that's what was my first impression. It was that she was sangrona. For those of you that don't know Spanish, which you should, means like stuck up. Like she was like, I don't want to go with them.
It's not that I didn't want to be with them. I was just, you know, it was the first time meeting not only his mom, but his whole family. So I was like...
And now I know, because now I know how she is. Like, she's very shy when it comes to be around people that she don't know. So, yeah. But that was my first impression.
Okay, let's see. What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living? We were talking about this earlier about her. Me, what I do for a living, I'm an insurance agent. I'm a personal lines agent. I do auto insurance, home insurance, commercial insurance. So if anybody out there needs a quote for their auto, call me. I'm the expert, and I will give you a great quote. Now
so I've had a couple different, you know, jobs. but right now I am.
I told her to keep that on, but you can stay here with us if you want. You can stay with us. Look, we're recording. So can you close the door? So as we mentioned, there's always going to be kids around. So please patience, everybody. But you gotta stay quiet right here, okay? Just stay right here.
So I am a stay-at-home mom. I want to go back to work eventually, but right now I am. What am I? A nurse.
I told her she has a multi-purpose. She is a nurse. She's a teacher. She's a doctor. She's a cook. She's got all the roles in the household. But
but most importantly, I'm a cow.
She still breastfeeds this one here. So we said mostly she's a cow.
Yeah, mostly I'm a cow. Go with Tia. Go with Tia, Leslie and Carlos. Go to Yes, go.
Okay. Sit down right here with Nana.
So our next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Go, you do. There's somebody. Come here, you want to join us too?
How about you take the kids? So I see myself owning my own home, hopefully. I don't know.
See, look, she's trying to get the boot.
Yeah, I see myself in 5 years owning my own home and just, living an okay life with my children and my fiance.
Yeah, don't be like that. You never go in there. Sorry, guys. Why you cover your face? So I guess the whole family's in here.
So I answered my question.
Oh, where do I see myself? Don't sit there because you're gonna break it. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, I hope I don't see myself leaving behind with 2 more grandkids because I already have enough. Gosh, well, I really hope I can see myself very rich and famous.
Okay, go over there, please.
And gosh, I'm old, so I don't know. Just don't want to work no more. So hopefully I can become rich and find a rich man and never work again in my life.
Okay, so yeah, we see ourselves successful.
Successful. There you go. That's the word. In 5 years, we see ourselves successful.
You gotta put your mind to it. Whatever you believe you can do, you can do.
That's one thing I always I'm gonna back that up with my daughter-in-law. One of the things that I've always encouraged my kids is to pursue their dreams, pursue their goals. There's nothing in this world that you cannot achieve. Everything you want, you can have it. The only one that can hold yourself back is you, no one else. So anything you want, it's just a matter of discipline and consistency. You have to be disciplined and you have to be consistent and go for it and do it, and you will see how far you can get.
So the next question, what's the key to having such an amazing mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship? LOL.
For those of you that think that we have an amazing relationship, we do not have an amazing relationship. We said it in the beginning. We have a good relationship. I want to say that we have a different relationship that many mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws out there have. Because more than mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, we are more friends, we are sisters, we are mother-daughter. We get along really good in every shape. But as well as brother and sisters fight, I don't fight with her, but we have our disagreements. And there's days where, like I said, she gets mad about everything. And what I do when she gets mad is I just give her space. and I don't speak to her, and I know that whenever or I speak to her, like, but at very minimum, and then she'll come around once, she's upset. There has been times where there has been big issues, and we sit down and we talk about them. We talk about them, and we discuss them, and she tells me why she's mad. I tell her why I'm mad, and then we clear it, and then we move on. So I think the key to having the relationship that we have is, number one, lots of love, because I think there's lots of love in this family, and communication, respect. So love, communication, and respect is what my answer would be.
I would agree on that as well. Yeah, like she said, when there is big issues between us, we normally just sit down and talk. We don't, when it's little issues,
we just let it go.
Yeah, we let it go. Like, we let a couple days pass, silent treatment. Well, that's how I do to everyone. When I'm mad, I just do silent treatment. But when it's big issues, we usually just sit down and resolve them together, But yeah, like she said, love, respect, and communication are the keys to having a good relationship with your in-laws.
And for those if there's any mother-in-laws out there that also have young, or not, whatever, I want to say, in my life, I've been very, very blessed to have, although I am not with my kid's dad. His mom was an amazing mother-in-law to me, and she's an amazing grandma, and she's an amazing lady, and so I learned from her, I think. But overall, your son, your daughter, for those mother-in-laws that have, whether it's son-in-law or daughter-in-laws. And you want your son or your daughter to be happy. So you want to see them happy. At least me, I want to see my kids happy. I even get really, really worried when I know they're having problems. I just don't like it. And when I see them happy, like, I rejoice in seeing them happy. So one of the key things that I want to share is, don't get involved in their problems. If it's going to be to worsen them, don't get involved. And look at both angles, not because it's just your son or because it's your daughter, they're on the right. You got to balance things and see what's right. And if you're not going to be there to make things better, then don't be there. Just get out of it and let them handle their own business. I was getting involved a lot, but for the good. Every time they would fight, I wanted them to be happy, so I would always go and scream at my son, or I'd go and talk to her, and then they'd go back and be together again. And so to me, it was like, what, I even told them, don't tell me your guys' problems no more. I don't want to get in it. I'm not going to get in it. You guys solve them, and as long as you guys are happy, I'm happy. So if you're not going to get in it, if you're not going to make things better, my suggestion is step away and let them handle their problems. And that's the best that you can do. The moment she came into the house, I stopped doing everything for my son. It's like, he has a woman now, she can do it. As it is, I don't do nothing because I'm always working anyways. And if anything, I come home and she has dinner ready, so it's a blessing. But yes, that's just a tip for the mother-in-laws. I want to see my kids happy, and I'm going to do the best to love and care for their significant others, because if my kids see that I love their significant others, they're going to be happy, and it's a big happy life.
Yeah, I have a lot of cousins, friends that have mother-in-laws, and they don't have such a perfect relationship, and mostly because their mother-in-laws are like super metiches, and they're like metiches to the point where they're on the son's side even when the son is in the wrong, or they'll baby their son and they don't let their women do the things that she's supposed to do for them. And I see that a lot of times that brings problems to the relationships, and daughter-in-laws, they don't like that, so they just start getting like a lot of anger towards the mother-in-laws, and that's usually how everything starts as well.
Not me. She can cook for him, and me too.
Okay, let's see what Next question there is, would you ever have another baby? Would you ever have another baby?
Heck to the no.
And I would have to agree with her on that. Heck to the no.
I'm too old for that. No, I would never. No.
I don't think I have the patience.
I don't either. I don't even have them for my grandkids sometimes.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. My kids are 5 kids and 2, so I don't want to deal with it no more. I just want them, I want them to grow, but I don't want them to grow. I just want them to grow to the stage where they're not like, traviesos and bad.
But they're still little and at home.
Next question. If you had a baby boy, what would have been the name? Or if you had a baby boy. Okay, yeah, because I'm not having any more kids. And with my luck, I'd probably have another girl if I tried. So I do not want to try.
My daughter does the boys. She does the girls.
I think I always tell everyone and my fiance, his middle name is Javier, and I would not name him his first name Francisco.
I would not allow that either. I'm not a metiche mother-in-law, but
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I made that mistake.
So if I had a baby boy, I would have named him Xavier to match his dad's middle name, Javier, but Xavier. So that would have been his name. Next question. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? No, seriously, like,
Who asked that?
my friend Pablo.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Well, let me tell you. What my family has traditions. And for Thanksgiving, what we do is we are Mexican, but we're also American. God, it's so difficult to be Mexican American. But so while the turkey and everything is cooking in the oven, which takes many hours, I make a pozole. So I make a pozole for the morning, so everybody has pozole for breakfast. And then that gives us time for the turkey to cook. So yes, we have pozole and all the goodies with the pozole. And then when it's dinner time, we have the turkey, the mashed potato, the corn, oh my God, I'm getting hungry. Yeah, so that's what we do. And we usually do it at my house, so all my family gets together here. When I say all my family, I mean my son, his wife, my daughter, her husband, my daughter, her boyfriend, my grandkids. And we'll invite her parents sometimes, and they'll come over for stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I hope we do for Thanksgiving
This year, yeah.
this year.
Hi. Okay, next question. And no, Pablo, you're not invited. Just kidding.
I'll send you a plate.
So next question. What did you guys first think of each other before really knowing each other? I think we answered that.
Yeah, I think that was answered on the first question where I thought
The first impression of each other, yeah. Yeah, so first impression on each other before really knowing each other.
And she's in here trying to play with them.
So we answered that one already. And then, what's the craziest thing you both have done?
Crazy, I don't think it's crazy. It might be crazy for some people out there. My answer, you can answer what you think. But it's, I've gone out with her to have a drink. Like, we've gone out and like there's times where she's upset with my son and my son leaves and I'm like, get ready, let's go out and have a drink ourselves. So we'll go out and have a drink, and that's
And do crazy stuff.
no.
You know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, but that's private. We can't say
Yeah,
that.
we can't.
It's nothing bad though. Nothing bad. Don't think. I know people's minds start. No.
Nothing
Just
bad.
like
No
silly-
cheating.
No cheating.
No.
No. Of course not. I would not do that. Allow that. No. I'm a cool mother-in-law, but not that cool. No, we'll go out and have a drink, and that's what I think it's crazy. We'll go out. Yeah. That was the
Together.
craziest things. Yeah.
And that time I broke your nail in the car.
Oh my gosh. So really quick, I'm not going to get into detail, but really quick. So one day we go out and we were not like I drink, but not drunk. She also, we just wanted to go out and have a drink. So we go, and I'm with her, and we went to go have a drink. On our way back, my son calls her to go pick him up. So I was gonna jump to the back seat, and this was like 12 o'clock midnight or 1 in the morning, something like that. I was gonna jump in the back seat so my son wouldn't see me, because I wanted to hear what he would tell her, being a nosy. So she's like, hurry, jump in the back seat. So she's in a red light. Okay, she's in a red light. And I'm like, okay, when she's going to turn, she's going to pick him up right there. So I'm like, okay, right here in the red light, I'm going to jump back. So as I'm trying to jump back, the light turns green. And this girl steps on the gas. So I fly to the back instead of being able to take my time to go to the back. I'm going, and she steps on it, and shoom, I fly. So the girls, my granddaughter's car seats are there, so I'm all over the place. Well, next thing you know, I look up and my nail is all completely broken. But that was crazy. Yeah, we think it's funny now.
It wasn't funny at the time.
It wasn't funny at the
And I actually found her nail like 2 months later in the car after we were trying to look for it. So one of the craziest things I've done was with my fiance, her son. So he didn't have his license for a really long time. And we had this car, it was a Cadillac CTSV, and it was really, really loud. And so we lived in a quiet area where there was always a sheriff, always. And that sheriff must have pulled him over like 5 times or more.
Are you talking about Lila?
Woodbridge.
Yeah.
And so the last time that sheriff pulled him over, he said, if I see you driving this car again, I am going to take it from you. So, we said okay, and it's a stick shift car, and I did not know how to drive stick shift at the time. So, when the last time he got pulled over, the sheriff made me drive, and obviously I had to act like I knew how to drive, or else he was gonna tow the car. So yeah, surprisingly I didn't stall. But I pulled into a gas station around the corner, and I said, you need to drive because I've never drove this before. And so yeah, that was that, and we left. And coming back home that night, we seen the sheriff waiting for him. So instead of turning left where the sheriff was, we went right to go through the fields. And I think that sheriff seen us, and he called for backup, because when we were going through the fields, we seen a sheriff, and he passed us like this, and we were going like this, and he passed us going so fast, and he was driving, and we both turned around, and we see the sheriff, his brake lights. So when we seen that, I turned around, and he was already in the back seat, and he was like, hurry, jump in the driver's seat, drive. And I was 7 months pregnant at the time with our second daughter. And I was like, are you serious? Are you crazy? And I was like shaking, and I didn't know how to drive it. So I was like, oh my God, whatever. And he was in the back, and he was holding the steering wheel while I hopped in the driver's seat. And I put my seatbelt on. I scoot the seat front because I'm really, really short. So I have to drive really, really close to the steering wheel. And so yeah, we get to a stop sign, and he didn't pull us over. And then I keep going, I didn't stall. And then he was just laughing the whole time, and I was like, just telling him like, dude, like, are you serious? If he knows that we switched, we're both going to jail for obstruction of the law, for switching while the car was running. And I was like so nervous and scared. And we come to another stop sign, and a car goes behind us. After we pass the stop sign, a car goes behind us, and the cop turns on his lights and gets in front of that car and pulls us over. So he pulled us over, and he just looked at both of us really confused, and he started scratching his head. It was so funny. It was the most funniest thing. He started scratching his head like, what the heck? And he was like, oh, can I see your driver's license? And then he asked him for his ID. And he was like, okay.
My son is so sneaky.
he asked him for his ID and he went to the car and then he came back and he gave it to us and he's like, okay, you guys have a nice night.
I'm going crazy. I think I need to rest.
Yeah, he didn't even give us a reason why he pulled us over or anything, and I was too nervous to even ask him, so I was like, whatever, and I just drove it home, and after that day, I was just forced to learn how to drive it. So that's how I learned how to drive stick shift as well.
Oh, you had that as a question?
Oh, the craziest thing we've
yeah,
done.
we've
That's
done.
the craziest
Yeah.
thing I've done. So,
Oh, but together. Oh, was it together?
No, not together.
Oh.
So what's your craziest thing you've done then?
Gosh, I don't think I've been crazy like that.
Here.
Sorry, guys.
Nice.
Somebody just landed.
Here.
No more questions?
Yeah, you don't have a craziest thing you've ever done?
No.
Here, go. Oh, the last question. What is your dream vacation?
I think my dream vacation would be like in Costa Rica or like in
Hawaii.
I haven't heard very good things about Hawaii. I've never been, but I haven't heard like that's the common place that everybody goes to, and I really want to go to somewhere different.
Yeah, I was just looking up today. Costa Rica. I want
Costa Rica, Puerto Vallarta. I know a lot of people go there too, but I don't know, somewhere out there where it's nice and beautiful and peaceful, and there's no babies crying on the side, and you know, you're just peaceful having a margarita and or a glass of wine. That's my dream vacation.
Yeah, my dream vacation would probably have to be on an island somewhere, nice and quiet, with some island drinks, with some relaxing music.
It is a dream vacation. She's got 2 little ones, so it's a dream vacation.
Even going to the bathroom is a dream vacation.
Alone with no
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've concluded our video of Q&As, as they call it, question and answers. We're really looking into doing some kind of a challenge, guys. We're really putting a lot into this. We take any suggestions. We are up for those challenges. Somebody suggested a bucket of cold ice water. But we want to do like a challenge, and the one that loses gets to bucket the other one. We're trying to get my son involved, but he's not cooperating.
He's being a party pooper.
Yeah, he's not cooperating. We wanted to do the who knows him better, and then at that time be it a challenge to whoever lost. You know, took the el castigo. But he doesn't want to participate. So any suggestions, let us know. Again, anything that we can help you guys. Want to remind you what our channel is about. It's about in-laws getting along, having a good relationship. And we got some good feedback when we first came up with this idea. Well, she came up with the idea. And we're making it happen. So suggestions, bring them on. Challenges, bring them on. We're up from.
Yeah, so just let us know, comment down below if you like this video, big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Yeah, we're up to do whatever you guys want to see.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, also on this, you're gonna see recordings like a little bit everywhere around the house. We want to come into your home. We want to be a part of your family as well. So the first time you saw we were in our backyard, you're not going to get to see a lot because the house is not always so clean. But the backyard, you did see the first one. The second one was in our dining room, and this time around is in my bedroom. Maybe next time we'll do her bedroom or the kitchen maybe. Hey, something in the kitchen, you never know.
We can do a cooking video.
We can do a cooking video. We have several recipes that are our recipes that maybe we can share with you guys. If you guys want something like that, let us know. We will do it.
Or maybe even like a house tour.
We could do a house tour. Yes, of course. We can do like a house tour, show you guys a little bit around, give you guys an idea of what we do on a daily basis, and you know, where the running around goes around this house, and you guys will get to see all the mess these little girls make. But it's only 2. It seems like it's 5.
Yeah, seriously. So our next video, hopefully it's gonna be something very interesting. So stay tuned for that. And see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.